Hey, what's up, Paul's Ego? This is Test Dummy 22. I was directed to you from the Amazing Atheist. I like a lot of your videos. Actually, a couple of them inspired me to do a couple videos of my own about some of the topics you've been talking about. I agree with you in a lot of things. One thing I do not agree with, though, is in this video, attention Walmart shoppers, you point out that it's not the government, it's the stupid people electing the government. Now, my only problem with that is this. People who vote or elect people, alright, obviously don't have too much of a choice. It seems like most people that are up for election, whether they're Democrat, Republican, it really doesn't matter what party they are. It just seems like no matter what they are, if they're involved in the government, if they're running for any type of office, they're douchebags. That's the way I see it, and I'm pretty sure it's a way that a lot of people see it. I vote for presidencies. That's all I vote for. So I can't really sit here and talk and say I'm, such a good person that I always go out and vote, because I'm not. And one of the reasons why I don't vote is because I'm under the impression that no matter who you vote for, you're going to get a fucking idiot in whatever office you're voting for. It seems like these people who run for office are a bunch of retards. Either that or they're just puppets being controlled by some higher, power. So that's really what I think it is. I don't think it's that the people are dumb. I don't think it's that the government's dumb. I think it's just the fact that there's really no choice. And if you were to put somebody in there, like, let's say, somebody with a realistic mind, somebody normal, a down-to-earth American citizen, somebody who really knows what the hell's going on in this country and has been faced with some of the hardships of not having money and, not being handed everything on a silver platter, and actually understands some of the tougher situations that we have to deal with on a daily basis being an American citizen, some of the things that affect, us on a whole. These people will never get elected because they haven't been bred into the election. They haven't been, they weren't born in Maine or Louisiana or wherever the fuck they're from. You know what I mean? Bottom line is these people that are up for election are just a bunch of fucking... It's not worth it. It's just not... You sit at home and you think, well, what's the point of me going down there and voting if all I'm going to end up getting, no matter what I vote for, is shit? Like you even pointed out yourself, this woman's a Democrat, and it's shit. You know what I mean? It's something that you hear out of a Republican's mouth. That it's to the point where it doesn't even matter, and we have no choice. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we have some party out there that we can actually elect that's going to do anything better. I mean, it doesn't matter who you're voting for. It doesn't make any sense. And if there was a party, it wouldn't be taken seriously. If there was a party of real people, real down-to-earth people who've busted their ass working at real jobs, who know what middle America and what this country really needs is a swift fucking kick in the ass and some fucking bring back some old ways. If there was people like that, they'd be ignored. They'd be looked at as a joke. Even though they're the realest there, it's usually the realest people, the ones with the best ideas, the ones who are ignored the most. You know what I mean? It seems like we want somebody. We're used to this fakeness. We're used to the bullshit. It's almost like we know it's going to be bullshit, but we voted in there anyway. Which, yeah, it does make the people stupid. But on a whole, we're all fucking retarded for not standing up against this government a long time ago. You know what I mean? We've been seeing that this government has fucking done nothing but ran this country into the fucking ground over the past how many fucking years? Let's say 40 fucking years. Nothing but just ran it into the ground, maybe 35, whatever, 40 years, whatever. And look at it now, and not one of us has fucking stood up. Yeah, we'll make fucking songs and YouTube videos, and we'll rant and rave and stand out and picket, but will any of us really take up fucking arms? Will any of us really stand the fuck up and fucking take back what was once a fucking beautiful thing? I don't think so. I think most of us just want to sit in front of a fucking camera and act like we know everything. Which, when it comes down to it, it's not going to help nothing. You or me sitting in front of this camera rambling about how fucked up America is never going to change anything. The only way we're ever going to change anything is to start some fucking group up filled with enough Americans that we can rise up against these fucking bastards in the White House and in the fucking presidency and in the government, and we can start changing these things. But see, the minute we do that, we're considered, a gang, or we're considered, anarchists, or we're considered something of that nature. See, it's never going to work. I mean, literally, it just wouldn't work. And that's really what I have to say. That's all I have to say. So, instead of calling the American people stupid and calling the government stupid, let's just call every fucking thing stupid, because it really is. It all comes back to the main fact that we're all controlled by money, people in power, people that don't care about anything but power, money, and greed, and that's what it comes down to. And if that wasn't the case, then maybe we really would have some real people, in office, and people, better choices of people to elect. But until we can start running this country like normal people, and run it for the normal people, the majority of people in this country are normal. The majority of people in this country don't drive BMWs or Mercedes, don't live in big mansions, you know what I mean? Don't fucking make $60, $70 to $100+ thousand a year. Most people in this country make $15 to $20, if they're lucky, $30,000 a year. These are the normal people. Where's our spokesman at? The only spokesman we have is a guy on YouTube, and some musicians, and that's about it. I mean, we don't get much more than that, and those people aren't looked at seriously. They let us do this. The government is letting us put these videos here to relieve our frustrations, so we don't go out in the streets, and we don't raise hell, and we don't commit anarchy, and we don't so we don't turn into anarchists. So we have a place to fuel our anger, and a place to shoot, our anger towards, instead of actually going out and standing up and doing something real about it. This is why YouTube's here. You know what I mean? So that we can think we have our freedom of speech, when really, yeah, we can make as many videos as I want. Is that really going to make anybody do anything different? Is it going to make anything change? Probably not. You're not being heard just as much as I'm not being heard. Whether you have 30,000 subscribers or fucking 400 subscribers, it does not matter. No one's taken seriously here. And the minute you get that, the better things will be, because, I've come to that conclusion a long fucking time ago. You can be anybody. You're not going to make a difference. I mean, you got these, and I point out musicians, because there are musicians who do speak about political things, and there is musicians out there who speak about conspiracies and government things and stuff of that kind of nature, and they can make song after song after song after song, but if the people listening to these songs aren't influenced enough to get up and do something and actually raise the fuck up against these people and start, joining forces and getting some legitimate people to back them and standing up and really trying to do it legally and change these laws, and maybe, get a foot in the government and start making some real changes, and, maybe even make a whole new party. Fuck the Republicans, fuck the Democrats, let's, fuck them all. Let's make our own party, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying there's lack of choice when it comes to government, and that's why there's bullshit. There's just lack of choice, and this is how I feel. I feel as if no matter, I mean, let's take presidency, for example. Say we have 3 presidents, 3 presidents up for election or 4 or whatever. Each one of them is a douchebag. It's not like you have one in there that's like, everything's great. You're going to find a flaw in each one of them, and once, you think this guy is the greatest motherfucker, but once he's in office, you're going to be like, damn, I should have picked this guy. Same thing goes for these 2. They're fucking idiots too. They're all fucking idiots. And every single one of them has a string attached to their ass crack, and it's being pulled by big bankers and fucking guys with money and people behind the scenes, and that's just the way it is. And it's the way it always will be until us as Americans, us as the citizens, us as the little people stand up and say, this is what we want, this is what we need, and if we don't get it, we're going to fucking shoot you in your head. I don't know what more to say. We don't have any other choice. It's getting to the point where if you don't grab a fucking gun and put it to these people's fucking head, nothing's ever going to change, and things are always going to stay the same. It's like they give us no choice. They trap us in this cage. They surround us with this bullshit media, that influences people to buy stupid shit from other countries, and then they just surround us with bullshit. They infest our fucking minds. They try to brainwash us, and then we all sit inside of our houses doing nothing, sitting in front of a fucking computer when we should be out there fighting for what the fuck is right and what is real. And I can't sit here and tell you I'm any better than any of you. I'm doing the same thing. I'm trapped just like you. I'm a rat in the fucking cage just like you. I think it's time to stand up, people. I'm just saying. Test Dummy 22. That's all I gotta say. Much love, goes out. Much love. And there's, no arguments here. Goes out to Paul's ego. Much love goes out to Amazing Atheist and everybody else on YouTube that stands up for what they believe in. Much love goes out to Latham Way and other people out there that make videos. But, I think it's time to start organizing a little bit. Okay. And that's about all there is to say on this subject. Hope to hear back. Test Dummy 22. Take it easy, y'all.